What's going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chair Shot Sports, as always, a Sport Coin affiliate and powered, as always, by Zoa Energy. I'm John Anthony, joined by my esteemed colleagues, Jesse B, Princess Skywalker. Jesse, how we doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
I bet you are, hitting the jackpot. And Big Mike from the Run-In Podcast on every Thursday night. How's it going, Mike?
Good. It's good. Can't wait to get into this, whatever that was.
I was gonna say it's not gonna be long. I'm here for a fun time, not a long time. So, Saturday night main event, obviously the precursor to tomorrow night's Battleground and Double or Nothing for AEW. Great show. Everything was good. Lady Alpha, what's going on? Nice to see you jumping in. Appreciate that. Stampede, as always, a staple in all of our shows. The encyclopedia of wrestling. Thank you for joining in tonight. Appreciate that. I think Saturday night's main event tonight was what we thought it was going to be. Maybe a couple surprises, a few, maybe a couple. With that being said, let's just jump right into it. Match one: Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, CM Punk, Sami Zayn. The tag team match kick off the entire thing going on. Everyone and their brother. I want to say probably a good 70% of everyone was sure. They were damn sure a betting person, Jesse can relate. Someone that's a betting hand was thinking that Sami Zayn was going to be the third man turning on CM Punk and costing them the match and moving over to the Bronson Reed, Rollins, Heyman faction. I talked about it the other night when I gave my predictions. I was like, Sammy, if he's going to, it's not going to be tonight. It wasn't, and I don't think it's going to be with what we got. The match was awesome from all four men, but we got a little bit of some interference from a well-known guy who's been out a little bit with some injury. Bronson Reed made himself known tonight, took out CM Punk, put him through the barricade, got into the ring, and embraces Seth frickin' Rollins. Bronson Reed is the man. He's your third man, baby.
Am I the only one fucking confused as hell by this?
Listen,
nope, you are not.
Because you didn't see it coming. That's the point. That's why it makes so much. Everyone and their brother go on. Mike, you can attest to this. Jesse, everyone. Sami Zayn. Oh my God. Sammy. Heel Sammy. Mike, you said it in my chat the other day. I'm not here for a heel Sammy. We're not getting it because he's not turning. It's not him.
Yeah, but I will say, as much as I don't want to see a heel Sammy and I did want to see him turn, it made more sense than Bronson Reed trying to kill Seth Rollins 8 months ago, and then the first time you see him coming back, he's hugging him. I mean,
because the end. Bronson is, but understand though. Look at the character. Bronson is all about annihilation. Tsunami, everybody does not care. Same thing with Braun Breaker. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care what you've done. I'm here to spear you, take it over, and win. That's what Seth is building around him. That's what Paul is building around Seth. So at the end of the day, obviously Seth and Braun get the win, the 1, 2, 3, whatever. That's kind of irrelevant at this point. So we have Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. Oh my God, man. This is wild.
Hey, I'm here for it. As long as they explain it to me, I'm here for it.
And I think Monday night we're going to get that. I think we're going to get the Bronson Reed explanation, and it's Paul Heyman who's going to stand there in front of all three of them, like he's done with Dangerous Alliance, like he has so many other times. Tied it all together, made it make sense. The three of these guys. This is wild. These three dudes. Like, take Seth Rollins out of this. God bless, like Reed and Bronson and Braun to fall into this, because holy shit, to fall into this umbrella, the knowledge tree of this. This is the real learning tree. This is the learning tree. This, if you want to see what one is, this is what it is. But at the end of the day, that is the three-peat, the three trio we're gonna see going into Netflix on Raw this upcoming Monday. Obviously, I'll start with Jesse B. Your thoughts with this trio moving forward. How do you feel about it? What do you think the future holds for the three of them?
I just want them to explain it and to make it make sense to me. Because in my eyes, the fact, like, just like Mike said, 8 months ago, we've got Bronson Reed fucking destroying Seth Rollins, breaking his ankles, both of his ankles, while destroying Seth Rollins. And then they bring him back and pair him with Seth Rollins. I was sitting there watching this going, wait, what?
What?
Like, what?
What?
I'm like, I don't fucking understand it. Like, I don't know. If they can make
4 letters, one word.
Good.
What?
But
that's
going, huh? Like, how? Yeah.
and exactly what you just said, John, kind of is kind of the theme of the entire night. What?
What? Thank you. Exactly. I'm like, what? Mike, your thoughts on it, man? What do you think? Well, how do you feel about it as far as the faction joining up and Braun getting in there? And what do you think? What are we going to get moving forward?
So I think we're going to get a fire faction going forward. Don't get me wrong. I like the results are going to be great. And thank God Paul Heyman is there because again, he does have a tie-in. He was the one that helped Bronson. I don't know, man. It's just he can explain anything away. Right. I guess is the best way to do it. His mind, he can come up with a reason why this is the way to go. But as long as they do that, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker together, you can let them go for a tag title run while Seth Rollins is your world champ, and then I mean they're going to be a fire faction. But I'm just like Jess said. I mean, but make it make sense. I mean, I have no doubt that they probably will. So I have hope going forward. But right now, it's just what?
What?
But props to him for coming back because we Stampede even said earlier on a post I put on there is we weren't expecting Bronson back until like this coming October. We thought a year because the dude broke both of his ankles.
Yep.
And that's not an easy injury to come back for anybody. But when you're 400 plus pounds, 500 pound, whatever Bronson is, when you're a big dude, broken ankles is even harder to come back from because you have all that weight to carry around. Yeah. So shout out to him for coming back a lot earlier than anybody ever expected.
Yeah.
And that was the one thing I pushed back on Stampede too. He was putting up, we were talking about AEW Double or Nothing. He was like, oh, well, Kingston just came out and said, I don't know if I'm ready. That's exactly what they do when you don't expect them to come out. Like if Eddie, I'm full on expecting Eddie on Sunday. The thing is too, Eddie can do a couple things and get involved, do a couple spots and not wrestle, quote unquote, but he can still do some things. That's why the fact that statement came out so close of, oh, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not really that close, and I'm still we'll see you Sunday. That's what that tells me. We'll see you then. But I think this makes for a great episode on Monday. Very excited to see it and the explanation I think we're all waiting for. But like Mike said, too, there's a lot of that's the one thing I think that ties all three of these gentlemen together is the Paul Heyman effect, and that's why they did this. That's why he's at the head of this. He ties all of them together. And gets everybody else involved. So definitely excited to see what happens on Monday night. The explanation, quote unquote. Isaiah, thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. But very, very excited to hear all of what he has to say. So awesome stuff. Then we move on to Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega. The ladies got their match. Everyone clamored for it. They cried about it, and we got it. We got the women's U.S. title match. Over on Saturday Night Main Event. Definitely a good match. These two they can cook. They have cooked. They cooked tonight. It was great. Good to see. At the end of the day, a top rope code red takes Chelsea Green out. 1, 2, 3. Zelina Vega is your winner and retaining the women's U.S. title. Here's my question. We've all seen the match. We've all seen the rivalry now. This is the second time. Are we at a point now? And Mike, I've talked about it with you a couple times when we're on the shows together. I love Chelsea Green. I love what she's done with, saluting Chelsea, United States of Green, all the whole thing, the Hervis, everything. Now you lost it. You lost in the rematch. Is there a time and a place for her to kind of move on, move to something else, kind of move a little bit? I just don't want to see it over and over and over again, because that's when the gimmick starts to get stale. What do you think after this loss for Chelsea Green? Where do we see Chelsea Green going, moving on, starting next week and beyond, after this title loss? Michael, I'll start with you.
I mean, I don't want to see this match again because I heard you say this was a good match. To me, this was nothing close to a good match. I mean, I didn't like. Yeah, the code right off the top was okay. It was preceded by the 3-1-0, I guess, because it was kind of like a half of a 6-1-9, where I think Chelsea got her nose broken because when Vega couldn't hit it, she just kind of kicked, and I think kicked her square in the nose. But it was all over the place, man. It wasn't a good match. So I don't know, man. I don't want to see her go for it again. I would like to see her in Money in the Bank. Let her do something there, and then when the draft comes, put her over on Raw. Let's get some new Chelsea Green feuds going on. Get some new stuff. Bring some people over to Raw. Let some new challengers go. It's been kind of a plague with both of the mid-card women's titles. It's been the same people over and over and over again.
Yep.
You finally got Becky for a little bit with Lyra, and I guess they're going to continue that now. So now I guess there's two challengers. But with Chelsea Green, it's pretty much been Zelina. You had Meechin for a little while, and then you had Meechin for a little while, and then you had Meechin for a little while.
Meechin for a long while.
Exactly. and now it's Zelina, and then Zelina has had Chelsea. That's it. So yeah, I definitely want to see somebody different go for that.
With
awesome.
the roster
I agree.
So stacked.
Go ahead, Jesse.
No reason why there should just be repeating the same matches over and over and over again. They have enough women to spread the wealth. They just need to pull the trigger and do it.
Do the thing.
Do the damn thing.
Do it. Mike, Jesse, you too. But Mike, you can remember every week you turn on Raw, and then when SmackDown became a thing with The Rock, but you turn every week, it's a new challenger. Someone taking on somebody. The Intercontinental Championship tonight on Raw. It was a new person. It was a revolving door. It was a turnstile. Let's go. There wasn't a 15, 16 time revisiting this rematch stuff. What are we doing? What?
Yeah. Bring back an open challenge or something, and just let somebody new come in.
Jesus.
Do something different.
Bring it back.
Point. I mean,
anything.
Oh God! Seriously, man. I'm
do the damn thing.
Isaiah.
I mean, you on SmackDown, you've got Nia Jax, you've got Candice LeRae, you've got freaking Julia now, you've got Alexa Bliss, you've got Charlotte Flair. They don't have a lack of talent.
Right.
You've still got Meechin, you've got B-Fab. I mean, good Lord.
I know.
There's plenty of people that could do this. They just, I for the life of me, I don't get it.
Isaiah's a Money in the Bank, or if she goes to Raw to start a rivalry with Lyra. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I get that. You got to move her to Raw. You got to move her to Raw. I concur. I concur with that 110%. We've run the course. We moved her to SmackDown. She ran her course. Everybody having the championship, getting there. Move her back over to Raw. There's more people there now. Let's run it there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we need something new because man, it's getting damn, man. Every week. If it's not Meechin, it's somebody else. I'm come on, man. What are we doing? Stop. Come on. Stop.
Right.
For the third match, we had Arch. This match was early for me. I did not think it was going to be this early, but R-Truth and John Cena are taking each other on.
Ron Cena.
That's the
best
part of the whole match.
John, man, dude, for real. I went in the bathroom when it came back out, and she's like, "Look at this," and I'm like, "What's going on?" And he's coming out. This guy comes in, just what? I rewound it. Are you serious? This is awesome. And the fact it's the Ron Cena last time. Stop, man. As only R-Truth can do it. Love it, man. It was awesome to see. Great match. Like I said, I think we talked about it. A little bit of oh, hey, I'm kind of funny. And John's like, nope. No, we're not doing that stuff. Good match between the two of them. Lady Alpha, she loved it as well. Good to see. I think we're kind of giggling through the whole thing. John obviously comes to that point. He gets his belt. He's gonna get DQ'd. I'm gonna knock you out. That's it. I'm over it. Truth gives him the puppy eyes, like, nah, man, you're my hero, bro. We're not doing this. And John's like, no, I can't do it, man. You know what? Take the belt. I can't. Just please take this. Nut shot one. Here's the AA 1, 2, 3. John Cena walks away. You're a winner tonight. Gives it to him. Man, I just, whoo. I didn't think it was gonna go down like that. But yeah, good match. Good match for John Cena, walking out a winner. I think this is gonna speak a little bit of volumes for R-Truth moving forward. I think when we see him talking, see what happens. I think he's going to be a little pissed off. I'm not saying heel wise, but I think he's going to be definitely pissed off about it. But John Cena, as John Cena does, obviously we'll talk about it when he talks to Jey Uso. We'll talk about the end of the night. John Cena making his presence known. But your thoughts on the match? John Cena walks out 1, 2, 3, gets a low blow. Obviously, ref didn't see it, but he's still walking out of here. Obviously, a champion and a winner. Jesse, your thoughts?
I was hoping that they were going to give it to R-Truth. And have him miraculously beat John Cena over something stupid like a dumb roll up or just something stupid is what I was hoping for. But I guess we were more expecting John Cena to win this match, so I'm not really surprised that John Cena won. I'm not surprised that he won by nefarious tactics either, because that's just his MO lately. It seems like the low blow is just, that's John Cena's new move, is the low blow. So,
that's it.
It was a good match, though. I mean, for what it was a good match. John Cena's always fun to watch. R-Truth is hilarious. I love that guy. The man needs to be protected like a national
He's
treasure.
a national treasure, man.
But it was a good match, all in all.
Awesome. I agree with that, too. I wanted to see a little bit more from R-Truth as far as, like, doing some, like, funny stuff, but John nipped it out right in the beginning. He's like, oh, you want to come out like me? Nah. Boom. Get out of here. We're not doing that stuff. Here we go. Mike, your thoughts on the match and the outcome, and moving forward, John Cena on Truth.
Yeah. So after hearing you guys talk, I will start this by saying maybe I'm the problem tonight, because I didn't enjoy. I enjoyed a little bit of this. Like, I enjoyed the entrance. I enjoyed a little bit of, obviously him doing the 5 moves of doom. Ron Cena, that is entertaining.
Yeah.
But I wanted more. I wanted more story. I wanted there to be some sort of payoff for the hesitation leaving the ring after Backlash. Again, childhood hero, that's a funny bit. I thought they were going to turn that into a little bit of a serious note where maybe he had a little bit of real hesitation, not the fake hesitation just to distract the ref. Right. And again, maybe it's me. Maybe I am the problem, but I didn't enjoy a lot of it. It just didn't hit with me.
Well, for you're the problem.
The problem.
Maybe I'm the reason. I don't know, but
hey, speaking of, I've been listening to that album on repeat last week. That is a fire album.
Holy shit! No, Mike, man, I'm gonna show right now. If you guys have not gotten the new like Morgan Wallen album on Spotify, download that shit. Oh my god,
yes,
this man slaps. There's not a lot of albums in my lifetime. I think there's probably an M album. There's probably 1 or 2 other ones that if I played it, watched every single one on YouTube, didn't skip through one of them. Damn,
yeah,
all of them slap, man. I don't know what trauma. I don't know who hurt. Well, I know who it was, but I don't know who hurt this man. But damn,
like, we know who it was. But
we know who it was. But wow, all these tracks. I can't tell you one of them where I went. Wow, awesome stuff, man.
And I haven't been a Morgan Wallen fan very long. Like I wasn't on his bandwagon when he first started. Yep. Like the song "Smile" I heard, and it's right now it's my favorite song. And that's what turned me on into it. That one's what turned me into a Morgan Wallen fan. So I have gone back and discovered some of his older stuff too. And have discovered I'm a Morgan Wallen fan. I guess I was in the closet on that one for a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I've nonstop repeat for the past week on that.
We went and saw Luke Bryan at Fenway Park, and he was the second act for Luke Bryan, and he did Whiskey Glasses, and I was like, yeah, this shit's catchy. I gotta catch this guy out, man. I gotta see what's up. Googled that, been following, then parlayed into what is now, well, before now, and then now, like last night, and Smile and all that. Like, Hope, man,
Yeah.
I'm in it, man. I'm buying tickets to go see him in Gillette. He's coming out here in August, so I'm gonna be going to see him. I'm so pumped. Like, this dude he's it right now. He is. Yeah. What is that, Dusty? You are it, baby. You are it. They gonna take everything they tried. You are it.
I have never heard one Morgan Wallen song.
Okay, you need to get out of here after we're done, and you need to go listen, because you.
So this album. So this album is about the same amount of time as Saturday Night's Main Event was. You'll have more fun listening to that album than you did watching Main Event.
So much more fun. So much more fun. But definitely listen to his old shit too.
Yeah.
I don't like country.
Oh no, Lady Alpha. Oh no, Lady Alpha coming in. Oh no.
I don't like country. I don't do country music.
It's first of all, it's country pop. It's country pop.
Yeah,
it's not straight up
white.
like it's not. First of all, my truck died, my dog ran away. Like, it's not that kind of thing. Like, it's not.
I mean, this was close. Let's be honest. Some of these songs were close.
Broke
Listen, hey. Don't do that. There's like maybe three.
But they were really good.
They are good though. They're good. If you're decent with country, you like a good beat, and you like songs that have I don't want to say meaning, but have, like, you can follow. If you like songs, you follow.
Have a story.
Thank you. I guess story at the end of the day, right? We're all wrestling fans, so a story, right? You start there and you get to the end, you go, oh, you'll like this album. Morgan is out here telling a story with some stuff in his life. He's got to get some stuff off of his chest, and he does that. And this album, again, Mike he's a newcomer. I've liked him for I'm not saying like lifetime thing, but like I've liked him for a year or two. But this slaps, man. This is definitely up there with albums. 36 tracks, folks.
There's
36 tracks. If you like 32 of them, you've already won. But Jesse, I implore you to go check them out. I'm sure you'll find a couple that you like. Oh, I'll listen to that. But yeah, he's good at what he does. But yeah. Anyway,
sorry.
Anyway,
we got sidetracked.
That's what we do here. It's okay. This match, I'm not going to say much about this. I'll let you two talk about this. The Damian Priest Drew McIntyre cage match. Yeah, this wasn't it for me. I think Mike Yumi talked about it. I thought if this is the blow off on a Saturday main event on network TV, maybe it's because it's on network TV. I don't know. We don't want to go too crazy. It's not a PLE. This match did not hit for what I thought it was going to be. I don't want, like, I'm not looking for AEW blood and guts, syringes, and cinder blocks. I'm not looking for that. But gee, what are we doing? Regular stuff like this I felt like I was watching a show on Raw or on SmackDown. This is a match that I see on regular TV. This is a Saturday main event. You're on network TV. People are tuning in nationwide to watch your product with these two dudes. Damian Priest couldn't even get a word in edgewise last night on SmackDown because you beat the shit out of him. Mm-hmm. And this is what I get in the steel cage? I don't know, man. For me, it was meh. It was a good match. I thought Drew was going to win. Damian walked out of the cage instead of climbing out. I guess everyone's on him for that as well. But I don't know, man. Damian Priest walks out your winner. Cool. It is what it is. This match was not it for me. Mike, I'll start with you.
What's our theme of the night?
What?
It fits. I got excited when he started throwing chairs in and jumped in before the match started. I was like, okay, let's go. And he only got 2 chairs in. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. We'll at least have a couple chairs where they can throw some haymakers and do some stuff. And there was that. Now, granted, he did end with a concerto. It's very full circle for Damian Priest. They even mentioned it. That's how he took out Edge. Kind of his mentor. but it like even the concerto didn't seem like it went over smooth. Like Drew had already placed the chair under him, and then Damian Priest said no and pulled it out and then put it back under him. Like, no, I'm going to put the chair there, not you. You don't do my work for me. I got this. But it just like nothing about it seemed
fluid.
Go fluid. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like,
It
what
didn't
the hell? These guys have been in the ring enough that it should have flowed, even if there wasn't a lot of blood and guts. Even though I thought there should have been a little bit of blood. The one match we saw blood, I didn't expect to see to be the women's U.S. title match, but
exactly.
But I don't know, man. Like I said, and I said it earlier. This whole night, it's just what? That's it.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
So the Drew McIntyre injury thing. So he's worked injured. He's been working injured for about I think it's 6 weeks now. He can't turn his head all the way to the left. He's fine. This wasn't like a write-off for him. But that much I can tell you. But I say he is hurt. He is working hurt. He can't like go all the way. This is my right. I don't know what's going on. He can't like go all the way over. But everything else is a sell job. It's a work. But I don't know what's going on. Drew.
I mean, you should have ended that with like 4 concertos.
Yeah, no. The thing is, like him not, and I talked about it. Him not getting this W is weird, is wild to me. I really hope this spells some volumes for Priest because I just, again, Drew's a wild card. He's a soldier. He'll go out there. He'll take L's. He knows he's gonna bounce back, which is great. It's just so. If this is really the blow off, we don't see these guys touch again. For Damian to walk out of there in such a light steel cage, but then Drew beat the shit out of him in a street fight. It's wild to me. Again, huh? What? Jesse, your thoughts on the match?
Exactly what the both of you just said. Like, I had a feeling this match was going to be kind of lame since it was a cage match on national television, on network TV. I had a feeling it was going to be a little tame, but Jesus Christ, this was beyond my expectations of tame. Like, if you're going to give us a cage match, give us a damn cage match. Don't give us a regular fucking wrestling match in a cage.
That's exactly what we got. Yep. What?
That's what we're looking for. If you're giving us a steel cage match, give us the damn steel cage match. Not a regular ass match. Nothing exciting. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing crazy. Boring. Super boring.
Same thing I see on Raw or SmackDown. Like, that's what I get.
Could have been a Raw main event on Monday and given another match the time on the card.
Yeah.
And you could have pushed this 2 weeks and put it at Money in the Bank and made it as violent as it needed to be on Peacock.
Oh, don't do Money Bank like that. Come on, man. Like, don't do that.
But I'm saying make the match better. Make it what it should be.
No, I get
Money in the Bank.
Things, yeah.
That way you're not having to worry about NBC saying no, you can't do this because this is a little too violent for what we want our network.
Yeah.
You can put it on a PLE, make it what it should have been, where they're beating the shit out of each other, and would have been a lot better. I mean, because again, we're only 2 weeks away from the PLE.
Stampy's out here. They brought up Edge. Maybe go watch how FTR put out Edge. Stop doing things half-assed. That's 110%.
Yep.
That's how you do a concerto. That's how you get it done. Everyone else agreeing with Stampede as well. So that's how you get it done. So we get to our main event. We had 5 matches, so it went a little bit longer than usual. We get to our main event. Jey Uso, Logan Paul, the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, the match was good. We got some buckshot lariats. We got some super kicks. The whole 9. Everything's looking good. Who decides to get involved in this match when there's a ref out of commission? John Cena gets involved on Jey Uso for their backstage altercation. Everyone in there, I can tell you right now, there's no way that neither one at least one of you had to have looked at this and went, oh my God, Logan Paul is going to win the belt. Somebody having to win. John Cena is definitely getting involved. This is not a good sign. So what the hell is going on? John Cena gets involved, but to no avail. Cody Rhodes makes his return, baby. Cody Rhodes is back, baby. Whoa! Back in the ring, neutralizes John Cena. Jay and Logan get back into it. Logan takes the pin. 1, 2, 3. Jay retains. This is not the scenario I thought was going to go down. I thought maybe a Cody. I don't know, but John and Cody to further this. And obviously, for those of you that kept going on, right before it cut off, if you were watching it on NBC, we're going to have John Cena, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes, Money in the Bank. Good way to keep all of these folks away from the briefcase. In a tag team match, like it. It's going to be good. Your thoughts about the whole match, the ending, and the tag match, and Money in the Bank. Jesse, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go along with the same theme of the rest of the night and just go, meh.
It did make sense, though. They did tie it in and made it make sense. It's like John.
Sense than Bronson Reed coming back and fucking pairing with Seth Rollins. Because at least they're tying the John Cena, Cody Rhodes thing back together. And they're, because they're going to eventually have to run that back anyways. Ooh, hopefully at SummerSlam. There, I did it for you, John.
Night two.
Yeah, you got to make sure you say night 2.
Night 2, baby. Night 2.
Of SummerSlam. Sorry, I have to do that for John. But at least it made sense. It wasn't the greatest ending. I mean, I'm glad Logan Paul didn't win, but
I think that's everyone's sentiment. They don't care what happened as long as Logan didn't get that belt. When John was beating the shit out of Jay, there's probably a good 35-40% of people that went, oh shit, are you serious? This guy's really gonna win the Yo! I knew. I literally looked over and went, oh my god, he's gonna win the belt. He's gonna win the World Heavyweight Championship.
during this match. So
God damn it, John! Damn you, John! John really is gonna ruin wrestling. No.
Yeah, I mean, you pair that backstage segment, and then him coming out like that. I was like,
no,
oh my god.
I was there.
Oh my god.
I was like, there's no way. Oh my god. No. Please, no. I can't take Logan. No, please, no.
Because they'll do this. They'll have a mass show like this where it's most of the night just to have the final moment of the show be like the biggest thing ever.
Yep.
And that would have been like Cody coming back, the tag match getting made is okay. That's like you said, it makes sense after everything that happened. But if they'd have put the belt on Logan Paul, that would have been the biggest story in wrestling, good or bad. It would have been the biggest story in wrestling, and the meh night that had led up to it, I thought maybe, just maybe, they were going to say F you and freaking do it. And I was like, oh my God, please tell me this is not happening.
There's a question I'm going to pose to you guys before we get out of here, because this is what we do. We got over 100 people in here, so. But I was like, I'd rather listen to like Fiend over Logan Paul winning that damn belt, man. I was like, please don't do it, man. I can't take it. Please don't. So with that being said, man, Mike, we talked about a little bit. You just did, but your thoughts in the entire main event and as far as the tag match moving into Money in the Bank.
So 2 really, really good things that ended up happening with this. Or I'll say 3. 1, Logan didn't win. 2, I didn't see Travis Scott at all. 3, Logan Paul's not going after the briefcase.
Yes, all 3 of those.
With those 3 good things, I will say the main event wasn't bad. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, with those 3 things, I will say the main event wasn't bad. Because I know those 3 things will not happen. I didn't have to see Fiend. God help me if they turned this into a 6-man tag, which I know has been rumored.
Oh God, no!
Dear God, I don't know. I don't know who Cody and Jay would get. I don't know. But
someone just hit something. Sorry, I just heard. Scream from down in the casino, so I'm assuming something really good happened, because if I'm hearing it all the way the fuck up on a different floor, that's really good. Just
Stampede, I love you, man. Come on, man. It It wasn't that bad.
I've got to agree with Stampede on this.
It wasn't that bad. I'm not saying give it a fucking 8 or a 9. Come on, 4. Come on, man.
If we were giving it a grade, I would go C- or D+. So I'm not far off from what he's saying.
I can't go lower than a 5 on that. I got to go 5, man. Come on, man. Oh, Mike has a good point. Truth? Does Truth jump in? Truth beating the hell out of Travis Scott? I like it. Yeah, man.
I'd be here for that. More Truth.
Thank you, Mike. See, okay, that's a fair assessment. That made the first match. See, the first match set the bar. They were definitely. Now I'm not even talking about like him coming back, but like that tag match definitely set a good. They were up here, man. They did good. The tag match was good. Chelsea's and Lena, they killed it. That was good. Like, come on.
Zelina killed Chelsea. I don't know about they killed. Match.
Hey, Lady Alpha. Well, we got 6s across the board, baby. Let's go.
I give it a 5.5.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, there's a joke there.
I'll be generous and say a 5.
Okay, Jay and Logan had that couch again. You saved it a little. That's again too. Like those, I don't know. They got to get in the ring more, man. Isaiah 5.6. I mean, okay, I'll take it. 5.5 tag match was the best. The tag match, the tag match slapped. It was good. Bronson coming back was great, but the tag match was good before all of that, man. Yeah, it was good. I think it was better than what it was. The ending, though, yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever.
But okay, so put it this way: think of all the other WWE PLEs and special events, even the first Saturday Night Main Event. True or false? This is the worst show they've had all year.
True.
Worst show
of all the PLEs and all the other special main events. Name me one that was worse than this. I'm not talking about some random SmackDown or something like that, but Saturday Night Main Event or PLE, give me one that was worse than this. I can't name one.
What was the last Saturday Main Event? What was the card on the last Saturday Main Event?
I can't remember.
Yeah, if you can't remember, that tells you enough. If it stood on your head, you'd be like,
I'm not going to remember this 6 months from now either.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. No, I'll give you that.
But was the first Saturday Night Main Event, was that not Kevin and Sammy?
I can't remember.
Was that Cody? Was that Cody and KO? Shit.
Oh, it may have been.
That was slapped.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
shit.
So Michael said the first Saturday Night Main Event. Okay, I got to find out what was on that card now because I'm.
Stampede says it best. Listen, guys, let's just do this. Onward and upward from here. Battleground and Double or Nothing tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it.
At least there's more wrestling.
We'll go from there. Michael has a great point as well. PLE could be right, but it was the first Saturday Main Event to me that wasn't a glorified house show. No, that I get behind. That I can definitely get behind. This was what we all talk about it. That it's the third man coming out. This is some shit you see on Raw. They saved it for Saturday Main Event. The cage match. The cage match is so hard to point to because that's something you would see on Raw or SmackDown. I don't know. I feel like the jury's out. I think it's mid.
So here's the first Saturday Night Main Event this year.
Your question, Mike. I can't right now. I can't think of.
So here's the first Saturday Night Main Event this year. The one that's earlier this year.
Yep.
LA Knight defeats Carmelo Hayes. Rhea Ripley defeats Nia Jax to retain her championship. Braun Breaker defeats Sheamus to retain his Intercontinental title. Braun Strowman defeats Jacob Fatu by disqualification in a singles match.
Yeah.
Gunther beats Jey Uso. That was your first Saturday Night Main Event.
That was just a bunch of titles thrown on the line to be retained. So I feel like that's not but that's the one where you look at and you go, no one's winning a belt there. So I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's predictable. So are we going for again? So let's expand the parameters. Are we going for predictable wise or in match kind of results wise? Because if you're looking at that, no one's going to move the belt there with the three of them, and you're like, okay, cool, they're doing this for Saturday night. That's awesome. Okay, no one's going to win the belt. Or are we going for like in-ring stuff where you go, yeah, things could have been a little bit better. So it depends on where your parameter is.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't expect any titles to change hands with the tonight main event ever at this point.
Yeah.
So I wasn't looking for that, but I can't look back at any of those matches and nothing sticks out of my mind going, ooh, that was bad. Ooh, that was bad.
No, I
can look back on tonight and at least see one of these matches, if not two of them, and go, ooh, that was bad. Like we just talked about the cage match that we all expected. I expected that to be match of the night. And it was just a dud. So if I remember anything of this PLE or whatever you want to call it, I will remember that things were bad over not remembering anything or remembering things that are good. At least that first one I don't remember, so I'm guessing it was just an okay show.
Right.
This one I will remember as bad.
We had the overcooked steak, but we have fresh food in the buffet coming up.
Yes, 100%.
I am so excited.
And I haven't seen what Stampede just announced, but if that's true, that is going to slap at Worlds Collide already stacking up to be an incredible show.
Me and Stampede were going back and forth about this last night. Like I know. Listen, we all know. What is he going by? Is it Alberto Del Rio? I don't know what his name is now in AAA. I don't
Alberto
know
Patron Del Rio something.
Listen, I don't know. Listen, I'll say the same thing I said last night. I'm not defending the man. I'm not here to advocate for him. Okay, he's a bad man. He's done some wild shit. Okay, but if the man's a champion and they bought the company, they pulled him in and went, listen, Alberto, yeah, no, you gotta drop the belt because he's like, fuck you. No, I'm not doing that. No, what are we doing? No, just because of these guys. Me and Stampede and me talked about it last night. I don't know if that's the case. My thing is, I hope he walks into WWE, whatever this is, in AAA, and walks in the AAA champion. And it was like, oh my God, look at this guy. And someone beats the shit out of him and takes the belt from him at that point, and then he goes away. Because then people in WWE kind of like, yay. That's some old school Vince shit where like, you're going to eat it. I hope they do that with him instead of stripping him before we get WWE stuff, but that's just me.
I mean, the only question is, would he do that? Like if you laid that out in front of him,
he can also be a douche. Alberto Del Rio is a douchebag. Okay, let's be honest. Yes. He can also not show up and not wrestle and just vacate the damn thing. So saying he doesn't have a say, I get that. But he can also just be like, screw you guys and not show up, and then we have to have a tournament. Like
he can just breach his contract and say deuces I'm out.
He doesn't care. He has plenty of money. That I just don't think that's the route they're going to go with him. And if he knows what's up. Like I'm sure he's a smart man at some point and knows what happens when he hears about them being bought. And he goes, fuck. Okay, this isn't gonna. Okay, let's do something cute. Let's do something that works out for everybody else. But him, like, don't say he doesn't have a say, because he does. He doesn't have to show up and then they do a vacate thing, and he doesn't have to show up and do all that stuff. He can go somewhere else. But Worlds Collide looks amazing. The Chad Gable match, we'll see. If you think Chad Gable showing up for that match. Yeah, I got a bridge I can sell you about 3 hours from here. It's going to be Grande Americano who's going to show up for that.
And that's what I was going to ask. I know Stampede put it was Gable, but did they announce Gable or did they announce Americano?
No, they announced Gable. Okay. And I saw that tonight, and I was like, he's not showing up. No way. It's Grande Americano who's going to show up for that. I
don't know.
So real quick, sidebar. I'll talk to the two of you because I have you in here. What are your thoughts on the gimmick? I don't want to get too crazy. I'm not going to get into it and get too deep and too like wild. But Mike, I'm going to start with you. Like, obviously it's funny, right? I mean, we did the Gulf of America stuff and everything. What are your thoughts as far as like what this gimmick is? We got to go with the times, look like kind of what we're dealing with nowadays. What are your thoughts on that gimmick and WWE running with that right now with Chad Gable?
I mean, I thought it was funny at first. I mean, obviously, me not being Latino, changes my opinion about it because I don't have the same, I guess, reaction to it. Obviously, but I don't mind the gimmick. It was funny at first. I think there have been some missteps with it. I mean, take the Gulf of America thing. If you wanted to do that to piss people off, stick to your guns.
Yep.
I mean, most wrestling fans are smart enough to know, hey, he's a heel character. He's supposed to be a douche. That's what that is.
Yep.
But they have pivoted too many times, and then I mentioned it. I think it was me and you talking, or maybe it was me and somebody else about the timing kind of being off. I don't know if it's him in the mask is just kind of weird. But like his timing on some of the run-ins he's had has been really off.
We talked about that,
and that has kind of killed the gimmick a little bit to me. Just let him go out there and wrestle. If he's supposed to be a douchebag, let him be a bad guy, let him cheat. But they're trying to insert him in too many different places, and they've pivoted too many times to make it meaningful at this point.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I think the gimmick is good. It's funny, and again,
but they just sold out of his mask, so apparently,
that is the other thing that's trending. Everyone's like, "Oh, yeah, it's such a shitty gimmick." Yeah, everyone buys his mask though. Shit, I mean, and it says American made on it. Like that's the cool thing, though. I think that's what the thing is. If it was just the mask, American made, and the lucha mask, that's the sell. People like that shit. But I agree with you, man. The gimmick was cool at first. The whole box. Oh, look at the mask I got. The Gulf of America. If you're a wrestling fan, this is heel shit. This is what they do, man. It's the I don't want to call back to anyone. It's the Kerwin Whites. It's the Ahmad Hassan. Okay, it's all this stuff to the times of getting people pissed off. And again, it's a different time from what we used to do back in the day. But it's here to get you upset. If that's what it's doing, then that's what the character is meant to do. Muhammad Hassan, all the Kerwin White, man. I was here for that. They cut that too soon, man.
Yeah.
God bless Chavo Guerrero for doing that, man. By the way, that was
As a white dude, I wasn't offended seeing him making fun of other white dudes. I mean, it was hilarious.
But the fact it's all right because it's all white. It's funny. That was funny, but not everyone found it was funny. So I get that. But yeah, in wrestling, if you find that offensive, then guess what? They're doing their job. But with that being said, Jesse, I'll go to you. What are your thoughts on the Grande Americano gimmick?
Stupid. It's just stupid. I haven't liked it from the very beginning. It has nothing to do with anything racial or anything like that. I just think it's stupid. It's like we all fucking know it's Chad Gable.
Okay. Well, the commentators are trying to keep a kayfabe. I give them that. Like, that is not Chad Gable. Clearly, there's somebody. God bless Wade Barrett, man. Mike, just and Liddy Alpha with the same. It's kind of run its course. Stampede with Ahmad Hassan. If it wasn't for the stuff that happened in Paris with all that, they would have had such a great such a great life with the character. But it was just a bad timing. The stuff with Undertaker, gotta cut it. But yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I agree with Stampede. I hope it's Gable versus Vikingo because, like Stampede says in there, like Vikingo is one of the best in the world. I want to see Chad Gable, who is one of the best wrestlers in the world. I want to see that match at Worlds Collide, which I hope they do because I don't think they're going to go into that being your first AAA showcase and put a Grande Americano on that stage right there.
I hope not.
I don't think they will. I mean, obviously I've been wrong before. So I agree with Stampede where I hope it's Gable and I hope they just showcase how amazing both of them are in the ring and let them go.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think those guys can put on a showcase, man. It would be awesome to see that. Mike Weekend Out at 2 has a comment as well. Well, supposedly he has found how to go against luchas, so Gable being the one makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So before we get out of here, obviously, tonight was great. Saturday main event, a good show. Meh. I guess we all kind of give it a 5. Like some of us 4.5. The one thing I want to talk about real quick, I want to talk the two of you. I'm going to talk about it more so on my show on Wednesday. Real quick, while we have plenty of people in here, the topic that's on everyone's mind is WrestleMania. WrestleMania was announced a while back from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson when he asked for Cody's soul. He also announced WrestleMania being in New Orleans. Nice little cute entrance, ode to New Orleans. Comes to the ring, fireworks, the whole nine. What did we find out 3 days ago? New Orleans is no longer the site for WrestleMania 42. Strong sources are citing that they're going back to Las Vegas. It's almost pretty much been confirmed they're going to Las Vegas next year, and Las Vegas looks to be the site for years to come. Not really looking to talk about as far as like down the road, things like that with TKO and WWE. I kind of just want to touch on you guys real quick because I know we all watch WrestleMania. We're all big fans of it. I can tell you, I can't remember a time when WrestleMania has been announced for a site, been pulled out, and put it back in another place. As far as TKO, just a little bit of thoughts, maybe a minute or two. Mike, I'll start with you. I know you've been watching a long time, just like me. I know Jesse has too. But what are your thoughts? Obviously, New Orleans losing WrestleMania, going back to Vegas. And just your overall thoughts as far as TKO. At the end of the day, I guess if you want to really just pigeonhole it, chasing the money and going to where the most cities can pay the most money. Your thoughts, Mike?
I mean, it's very perfect that you asked this question after the night we've had, because it's kind of like, what? I mean, so it kind of fits the same theme. I mean, no, they've never announced it, then said, "Oh, nope, sorry, nope, not doing that. Let's go over here again." And look, bottom line, WWE is a business, TKO is a business. You know, Vegas is the home of, you know, at least the UFC. I think I was saw. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know where TKO's home base is, but
Vegas.
I know. I mean, that's
Vegas.
their home too. Obviously, yep. I thought I heard that, but I had not confirmed, so I wasn't sure. But I mean, makes sense. Even without the money grab, we want our biggest show in our hometown. So as long as they make it up to New Orleans, like I know they're getting Money in the Bank next year. I know they have announced there's going to be another WrestleMania in New Orleans moving forward very soon. So as long as they follow through on those, you know what? I mean, I'm sure I'm going to watch it from the comfort of my living room, regardless of whether it was in New Orleans or Las Vegas. So it doesn't affect me personally.
Yeah.
But in storyline wise and kayfabe, which I try to keep kayfabe alive, you can't help but wonder if one Karrion Kross was in Triple H's ear, like he has been so many other ears that have turned so many other people and said, maybe we should go back to Vegas, boss. I know some people there. I can make that happen. And if that's the case, next year, 100% they need to fix what they broke this year and make it Crossamania.
Crossamania, baby. I love it. Stampy has a couple thoughts. Moving Mania after it's been publicly announced was a bullshit move. Picture they did that to the city you live in, how disappointing you would be. No need of it. A lot of people have come out defending Vince McMahon. That's never happened under Vince. As someone who's a fan, and to keep it kind of kayfabe, like you were saying, Mike, it's just, I don't know, man. I get chasing the money, but WrestleMania is one of those ones where no matter, obviously TKO is going to go. The funny thing is everyone keeps saying WWE. There's no more WWE. There is in imaginary land. It's TKO. TKO goes to the most sophisticated, well-built, most what's what I'm looking for? Most habitable stadiums, technologically advanced stadiums that they can go to. New Orleans, the Caesars Arena has some work to be done. They need renovations. So TKO was like, listen, we'll give you Money in the Bank. It's cool. We're going to go over here a little bit. We're going to go back to Vegas. It's cool. We'll choose some spots. My thing is, growing up, obviously they were here in Boston way before I was too old, I was too young to go to any of them. But Mania was a thing. It went across the country. Even if it goes international, I'm cool with that.
Hey, John,
But
I don't want, but I have to sign off. My phone's gonna die, and I don't have a charger, and I have
I
3%.
guess
So
well, I
I
guess
am
I'm
going
going. Okay.
to die.
Okay. Bye.
All right. So have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Jesus.